Ciao, ciao. What's up to do say people? It's your boy Double O, and I am back with another one. Just in case you hear me, I gotta check out the audio. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm doing that, y'all can go ahead and hit the like button for your boy. Also hit that. Give you time to do that real quick. Also, while you at it, go ahead and hit that like button or that subscribe if you're new. All right, cool. And while y'all doing, I'm gonna give you a minute to do that. All right. Okay, bet. So let's get into it. It's gonna probably be a quick one, real quick, little 10 minute. Again, I'm at Zombie Land, so if you hear anything in the background, just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? And just appreciate that I'm being consistent with the content, man. Just cause I'm at work, still got to put in work. You heard? So neither here nor there. But all right, so just something came across my table today. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, financial reports is coming out with the quarterly earnings from these companies, and this is one of the key reasons, that I promote and support people that does financial literacy. Just to, it's so many benefits with it, not just making money, but also not just generational wealth. You making money, you also get to get the inside reports or the closest that you can of an inside report of what's going on with these companies in many ways than one. So today is no different than any other one. So the game that I'm finna talk about, I try to keep it as a mystery of the game I'm talking about. This game been around for a while. It consistently get bashed year in, year out. I'm talking about, it seemed like the company just can't do no right when it comes to this with this particular IP uh, or this brand in general. People bash it. They say it's worthless year in, year out. They go back and play the old generational version of it because they feel so bad about the new generational version of it. They say that the fan base isn't there, and what else? It's a downhill product. You know what I'm saying? I'm just handing out all of the negative that you hear about this particular game. And I'm speaking in a little bit of code because you still probably don't know exactly what game I'm talking about. But it goes without saying. It's my favorite game. Well, one of my favorites. I got about like three or four favorite games, but this is one of my favorites by far. And it's NBA 2K. Now hear me out. We've seen everybody talk about it, from the microtransactions. They saying, oh, the game is terrible, too much RNG, automatic greens. I know my shot and I'm looting, I'm not hitting my shot, yada yada yada. The case goes on and on. But then when you turn around and you actually start looking under the hood, I got this revelation about 2K mostly last year, around 2K23, this next generational of 2K, where people was bashing the game so bad they would go back and play the old version. But then when you started looking under the hood and you started really paying attention to the shareholders and the investing reports, it comes out that this game is hitting record breaking numbers year in, year out, regardless if these people are consistently playing the game or not. They have a they have gamers in the millions constantly playing this game, let alone buying it every year. So the content creators decided to start to expose themselves because they're the ones that speak out the most about 2K in the direction of 2K. Me personally, I think 2K is in the greatest shape it's ever been. They getting to the point where I want the game to go. All due respect, in the sense of you're seeing diversity with the game. Um, that pro play movement was very much needed for the game. It feels a whole lot better. You just can't RT your way through the whole entire game. You actually got to be able to adjust, do different defensive positions, all that stuff. It is great. The only thing that I've been saying, and I'm still sticking to my guns about it, and hopefully in 2K26 they do it, they remove the X button for steals and shooting. That should be removed out the game in general. Just based off of the stuff that I'm learning about it, how the hackers and cheaters are using Zens to get automatic greens off of just pressing that button. And also, the X button shouldn't just automatically be a steal button, in my opinion. This is just my opinion, but I think everything should be associated with the right stick. It should, like on defense, flick right for your right hand, flick left for your left hand, etc. You already got the shoot motion with the R stick, the right stick. You should be using that only solely for shooting, no X button. But neither here nor there. That's not why I'm here. So last year, I'm going back to last year because that's when the content creators exposed themselves and just exposed the 2K community as a whole as just being toxic and just being crying babies in some cases, not all but some. Case in point would be the amount of money they spent on this game. Now, granted, in most cases, and this was the exposure of the community as a whole, because okay, content creators, we make money off of this game. I gotta invest. I gotta put this amount of money in, and I'm probably gonna get this return. All right, that sounds cute, fun, and dandy. But then when you start seeing the casual people that was exposing their wallets, and you're seeing that this game was making off of one individual, off of one account, was making over, in some cases, $500 to $4,000 on one game during 1 year. You were seeing people going through their payment histories and exposing their VC from playing MUT to getting VC to do creative players. It was in the thousands of dollars, the hundreds of dollars. Remind you, this game retails at the base at like 60, 70 bucks. And it goes up to the max of maybe 150, 120 for the limited edition version that you might get. And they was doing this year in, year out, exposing the 2K community as a whole because they were spending so much money. It's like you're setting the wrong precedents for anybody that's expected. If this game is so terrible and so trash like you deem it to be, how in the world are you able to spend so much money on it? The higher ups, because again, they're not in your house. They can only go off of data, analytics, and the information that's received. And this pretty much as a whole, collectively, the what's name that you were showing is that you love the game, you love it so much that you're willing to go in your pockets and invest more money into the game. So of course I'm going to keep rolling out the same thing because in the hindsight, the profit is there. The money is there. That's the only thing that I see. I can't look in your household and see that you're mad and upset that you missed a 3-point shot and you cut the game off. No, but I can see that you logged into your account. You're playing the game for countless hours. You playing it so much that you're actually investing real time money for VC currency and microtransaction for cards. And I can also see within the 12-month span of this game being released, you spent over five to thousands of dollars, 500 to 1,000 something dollars. Like, I'm trying to keep that number in mind and stick in y'all head because this game retails at $60, $70. Some people was getting it at 30 bucks on a sale. And you put in 500 to 1,000 plus dollars. In some cases, the highest I seen was $4,000 into one game that released year in, year out. So Prove my point with 2K25, which everyone deemed the terriblest game ever, from the movement to the gameplay to the RNG. It was just terrible around the board, right? Cool. Here's the financial report. And it just says just in NBA 2K saw 42% growth. Consumer spend last quarter. 2K says the earning call because consumers spending rose 14% with NBA 2K25 having better than expectation having better than expected performance. 2K say 2K expected 7% growth for next quarter with double-digit growth from NBA 2K. Bro, that's almost 50% growth. They got 42% growth in last quarter. This is the quarter that I believe 2K actually released in. It had 42%, and they was expecting only 7. Let that sink in. On top of that, hold on, because there's more. Hold on. The Q4 net booking were the top of its guidance range, reflecting better than expected performance from NBA 2K25. Zynga, the lead by Toon Blast. I don't even know what that is. Zynga led by Toon Blast. I never heard that. Our hype casual mobile portfolio and Match Factory, the Red Dead Redemption series, and Grand Theft Auto Online. The RCA rose 14% for the period, which was significantly above our guidance. NBA 2K grew 42%. Grand Theft Auto increased mid-single digits. Mobile also increased in mid-single digits. These all greatly exceeded our expectation. And this is coming out of the horse's mouth. This is not no janitor from in the back of the closet. This isn't no fake fly on the wall individual that's trying to crunch the numbers based off of GameStop sales. This is boardroom to the investors' quarterly earnings, and it doubled its profits, exceeding their 7-digit percent that they thought that they was going to make. He said on the management base, operating expenses rose 3% year over year, which was above our guidance due to the higher development costs for titles not technically feasible. So even with the increase going up 3%, which is expected, which is understanding, because again, you got to keep these games up and running. GTA Online has blew things out of the water. Remind you, that game is almost 15 years old, I want to say, or something like that. Hold on, when did it release? It's close to 15. No. It's close to 15 years old. I think it released in 2013. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but or 2015. So it's pretty much within double-digit years. It's 10 years old. Let's put it like that for right now. My math ain't mathing. It's over 10 years old. And to the point where it's still showing mid-single-digit growth. Then you have their mobile, which makes sense because mobile is mobile. And NBA 2K 42, double-digit growth. That is insane. So the next time y'all hear anybody in here that's complaining on social media about NBA 2K and all of these channels that just literally just bash 2K because they can't do no wrong and they got all these so-called disrespectful practices and they're preying on the consumers, bro, tell them miss me with all that, because clear as day, this shows that y'all love the game, Y'all want the game, and the game is in high demand. They have already changed up their policies when it comes to gambling. And again, if you are in that realm of gambling, me myself personally, I dip and dabble, but I don't go too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I put a little $5 on FanDuel here and there, but that's about it. But if you're doing that, they already changed their policies regarding that. They got the hotline for you to call or try to help yourself out in those type of situations. But for the most part, dog, stop. Please just stop it about 2K. Enjoy the game because clearly you are. And I get it. Negativity on social media help get clicks and views. But being disingenuous to yourself for money says a lot about you, in my opinion. Because this right here, clearly, like, if you have a channel that's been speaking down on 2K in many ways, then one, this just literally shut you completely down, in my opinion. Because how in the whole entire world this game release a yearly release? We are only talking about NBA 2K25. And we're talking about a 42% growth, my guy. 42% growth. And the game year releases every year. We got 2K26 coming out in September of this year. Expected. Pro Play 2.0 is on the way. And it's going to be the same thing, if not even better, because they keep saying they receiving yearly and quarterly growth about this game. So that's my video I got for y'all today. It's your boy Double O Mello. Y'all be smooth. Pity calling me. Y'all be smooth. Peace. Let me know. Sound off in the